Hi, my name is Danielle Mitchell, and this is the Twitter edition of Please, Please, Please Sign Danielle's Petition, Episode 2. Most of you have spoken to me. Most of you know me as Danny. That's my nickname. That's what a lot of people call me, especially my side of the family. The Mitchells, however, do not, because they already had a Danny, so I'm Danielle to them. But as you can see, I am sporting the Packers gear. I'm doing this for a certain someone. You know who you are. Hi. I just wanted to say thank you again for your continued support. I've had so many of my friends rally behind me, especially this week, because I've had people attack me on Twitter, and I don't understand it. It's kind of weird because, I'm not used to that. I mean, at least not to that degree. I mean, I have people say horrible things to me a lot, all the time actually, but it's usually not about something like this. So I'm very grateful to them, and I'm grateful to all of you who watch this and continue to support this petition. This episode is going to be a lot about not giving up because I'm pretty stubborn. A lot of you know that about me. I've been at this for 64 days, and I've maybe taken like a half a day off since I started, and that was just because I just felt terrible. I mean, I have been feeling bad like all week, but I hate to leave you in the lurch, and I just wanted to put something out there for y'all. Like I said, this is about not giving up. There are a lot of famous people who wouldn't be where they are or would have went as far as they did had they, given up. I mean, you kind of have to stick with it. You have to, if you believe in something strong enough, you fight for it. And that's what I'm doing. This petition is so personal to me. It means the absolute world to me. And no one understands the situation better than I do. 60% of the world's population have different size feet. It varies between disability. It varies between birth defect, pregnancy, illness, and injury. I mean, I've had people constantly messaging me about their stories, and they all range from different things. Not everyone who has different size feet is disabled. I am disabled. I have cerebral palsy, and I have been dealing with this issue my entire life. I'm one of those people that, yes, I reach out to a lot of strangers, and I ask a lot of strangers for help, but I'm also of the belief that if you do not want to help, that's okay. I don't expect everyone to support what I'm doing, but if you don't support it, you A, don't have to respond, or B, you don't have to be ugly. There's no reason for that. And if anyone has any questions for me, I'm very, very, very happy to answer them, especially if I can. If there are questions I cannot answer, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, I've been dealing with this for a very, very, very long time. And I am petitioning these shoe manufacturers to set up a split buying system on their websites that would allow for people like myself and even amputees to buy a shoe at a time. Because if they price buy the single shoe instead of the set, amputees themselves wouldn't have to pay double because they already pay double because they only need the one shoe. I'm paying for double because I'm literally not using two of the pairs of shoes because I'm having to buy two sets of the same pair of shoes in different sizes. It's very expensive. And if anyone knows anything about shoes, they are not cheap. Even if they're on sale, most of the time they are not cheap. I wanted to give a couple examples of famous people who have not given up. Michael Caine, the actor, he has played Alfred in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, and he was also in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin. He was told that he would be a laborer his entire life. He's won 2 Academy Awards. Abraham Lincoln, he went to war as a captain and came back a private. He failed as a businessman. He was told as a lawyer that he was too impractical and too temperamental, and he lost the legislature, Congress, and senatorial races, as well as the vice presidency. He eventually became our 16th president. He made life-altering moves for our country. Winston Churchill, He failed his entrance exam twice for the Royal Military Academy. He eventually became England's prime minister at the age of 62. He is quoted to have said, "Never give in, never give in, never, 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 never. And nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never, 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 never give up." There are that many nevers in that quote. I'm not exaggerating that. But I am of the same belief. If you believe in something, you keep fighting for it, regardless of what anyone says to you. Because if you believe in it, no one's going to stop you from achieving what you set out to do. I mean, my whole life has literally been fighting against the grain and going against everyone's beliefs for me and what I was capable of. I was told that I couldn't be a cheerleader, and I did it for 10 years. I would throw girls up in the air one-handed and catch them. I mean, I didn't do it by myself, but I still, I defied those odds. I played baseball, hit a home run one-handed when I was 8. I mean, I was faster than most of those guys on that team. I was faster than a lot of people because I had to work at it. Everything comes with practice. Everything comes with time. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, it took him 1,000 tries before he was successful. Walt Disney, he was fired by his newspaper editor, and he was accused of not having an imagination and had no good ideas. Walt Disney, he's like Walt Disney. So, I mean, regardless of what people say to you, even if it's bad, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on what you believe in, because it's very important. And I'm not going to say I haven't felt like quitting some days. I have. It hasn't been easy for me. But, they're never going to be days where they're all perfect. And there are never going to be days where, things don't go wrong, because trust me, I've had plenty of those days. But if you believe in yourself, you can strive for anything, and I'm too stubborn to quit. My numbers have jumped over 200 just from last night. Right now, my numbers are, refreshing the page here, 11,795. When I went to bed last night, I'm pretty sure they were like 11,530 something or 40 something. I mean, they were in the mid 11,500s. They were like right there in the middle. And you just never know. You never know. And a lot of my success comes from all the people I talk to on Twitter and the people I talk to on Facebook and Instagram. And I literally will walk into Walmart and someone will be like, what are you looking at? Because I'll be looking at my phone as I'm like walking around, but like, oh, my petition. And they'll ask me what it's about, and I'll tell them. And, I reach out through people that way. I'm not shy. I wish I were, but I'm not. And I feel like God has blessed me with a sense of not being shy, because I think this would have been a lot harder for me had I been so shy. But I'm not. I'm the strong belief you never know until you try. I want to go over some research with you that I have done, and this part tends to be a bit repetitive because this information is information I've looked up about people with different size feet and the retail aspect of it. There are two main websites that you can get this information from: healthyfeetstore.com and abilityhacker.com. Abilityhacker.com, it's designed to kind of help people, kind of navigate this world of buying different size shoes if you have different size feet. But this, keep in mind, all these retail outlets have caveats or criteria you have to meet before you're not paying extra. The end goal is that no one with different size feet will be forced to pay extra for shoes ever again. People have asked me, why do you not buy special shoes? I'm like, okay, even if insurance covers special shoes, and that's not even a given, you're going to be paying probably twice or 3 times as much as you would if you bought the shoes in the store. custom shoes are not cheap because they're customized to your feet, and you know, most people don't want to wear the same pair of shoes all the time. So depending on, your style and your taste, it could get expensive over time. Zappos. People have brought up Zappos to me. Zappos is like, they do the single shoe option and the split sizes. They do price by single shoe, but some of those single shoes are incredibly expensive. And over time, like, especially if you're having to buy two shoes, some of the brands are not heard of, they're not common. And also, they do get expensive for the single shoe. So if you're doubling that could get expensive. Healthy Feet Store, they also do this single shoe option, but they don't keep track and keep current with promotions from retailers. So if Nike had a sale going on, you might not necessarily get that deal. Nordstrom, your feet have to be 1 1/2 sizes difference before you don't pay for shoes. For example, my feet are a 6.5 and a 7, depending on the shoe. My right foot would have to be an 8, and my left would have to be a 6.5. A lot of people don't have a differential that wide. Birkenstock, 1 size up, 1 size down. LL Bean, they will do half sizes, but you're going to be paying 1.5 times extra than everybody else. So if the normal pair of shoes cost $60, you're going to be paying $90. Nike does have a one shoe bank program, but you have to call Nike over the phone and order shoes that way, as well as it could take up to 3 weeks depending on what you order. And a lot of people don't want to wait that long. I mean, we're in a society now that people kind of get stuff immediately. Amazon, it's 2 days. Different retailers do similar things, and most standard shipping is 7 days to 2 weeks. So it just depends on how long you're willing to wait. Target and Dick's Sporting Goods, they do a split size system, but it's discretionary upon the general manager. So the general manager has to allow that to happen. So depending on where you go, the GM might be like, no, sir. And so maybe 2 out of every 5 Targets will allow that. The shirt that I feature on this campaign is from Jared Padalecki's Always Keep Fighting campaign that he did back in 2015 for mental illness and depression. People ask me why I used my shirt. I mean, that's my shirt. I'm wearing the shirt in the picture. I'm a big fan of Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, Misha Collins. And, their mantra in the show was always keep fighting. You never give up. And that's been my mantra as well, because you always keep fighting. If you believe in something, you fight with every ounce of your being. Bill Pullman said in Independence Day, and I have quoted this many times because it's one of the best lines in a movie I've ever seen. But we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. Nothing worth fighting for comes easy. It takes time. It takes effort. And I hope and I pray that more people will continue to support this petition and to support me and what I'm doing, because it isn't easy and I'm doing the very best I can. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, it's all lowercase, the @ Danielle Joy M as in Mitchell 0308. That's Danielle Joy M 0308. And my Facebook, my fan page, because I maxed out all my friends on my actual page, is Danielle J. Mitchell. And it has all my videos on there except for Twitter. I keep Twitter separate. But it has my videos on there from what I've done in the past. And I hope you keep track, and I hope you sign and continue to support this, because I think it's a great thing. And everyone deserves to be equal, and people with different size feet shouldn't be forced, and people who have amputated limbs should not be forced to spend extra when the 40% doesn't. The petition link is www.change.org/2shoesizes. Again, that's www.change.org/2shoesizes. And I will add that link into the comment section on this page. Oh, and one more place I forgot. Let me find that information. I wrote it. Oh, AntoniaSaintNewYork.com. It's Antonia, AntoniaSaintNY.com. Antonia Saint. She has an online website, and she sells heels and flats at the split sizes. And I think that's amazing. I can't wear flats and I can't wear heels, but I think that's amazing for whoever who can, because that's a great, great thing. Again, that's AntoniaSaintNY.com. And thank you so much. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye.